Hello, TB here. Today I'm going to be discussing about my personal opinion and with the show, its fandom, and also my opinion on the supposed ending to the show as well. So this is your first and last warning about the spoiler, well, supposed spoiler ahead. Because I just straight up got the ending from online. Um, I literally asked, that was the first thing I asked on the search bar. So, yeah. Anyways, back to the discussion. So, my, so I watched the first episode basically, shortly after it was released. And I really did like that first episode. It had a lot of potential. But Oh man. But after that, I really just stopped watching the show. I didn't even see the second episode or the episodes afterwards. I've seen clips and bits here and there online, but other than that, I haven't really watched the show since then. But I have kept track of the fandom and stuff for a while. And for the first more or less a month, it was pretty wild. Like after that first episode drop, there was a lot of fan art, a lot of memes, especially on 4chan of all places. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, especially on the cartoons and comics board or CO for short board. Um, yeah, I got pretty wild to the point where there were multiple threads being made at the same time, and there was even a raid on one of the threads from B itself. I mean, it's not uncommon for there to be any rates on any of the boards on the website, but this is the first time that I could remember at least that I witnessed such a raid, and it was fucking glorious. Like it was so fucking wild, dude. Um, but yeah, like sure. I mean, and like I said before, it was just a month, and then like things just settled down because they released the episodes months apart, if I remember correctly. And I haven't really kept track of the show or the fandom since. But yeah, it was during that short time, it was pretty like widely spread on the online to the point where this one time I was watching this YouTuber, right? I forgot the name of the YouTuber, but he basically reviews cigarettes and whatnot. I mean, I'm not a smoker myself, at least not anymore. But I still like, enjoy like listening to reviews and stuff, basically living vicariously through them. So it's like, experiencing the smoking without actually smoking, if that makes any sense, So it's kind of like watching, oh man, I forgot the word. I forgot the word for like, videos of people videotaping themselves eating food. Uh, mukbangs, I think they're called. I can't I can't remember at the moment, but like people for whatever reason likes, watching those. Um and maybe they're not fat asses, like maybe they're skinny people that for whatever reason, like probably the same reason as me is that, even though you don't um smoke or eat anymore, like you still get like some sort of like pleasure from watching others doing that. But anyways, so like this one time, this guy like had a meme of like Omni like eating no sorry, not eating smoking like a bunch of cigarettes at the same time or through a bottle or something. But yeah, it was kind of like it was um like it's just weird, like out of all the YouTubers, like um that was like the least relatable to the video, but like he showed it anyways, and it was fucking awesome. Like, so you couldn't escape this shit, like. But yeah, so yeah, so then it's like I just never gone back to it. I only I only like remember about the show and stuff when how I put it. I only went my interest got returned when I heard about the leak to the ending and shit and their negative reaction to it, to the leaks of the ending. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I am so glad I dodged that fucking bullet. Like, imagine, imagine devoting a large part of your time towards that show, right? Like, the reception to it was so fucking bad that, at least from on 4chan, right? Um, someone like actually sold off their whole fucking like plushie doll collection of the show, and it's like, and it got sold, by the way, just to let you know, on eBay. I'm like, fuck, dude. Imagine getting that fucking pissed. Like, I mean, I want to say I could understand, but like, truth be told, my rage for such a thing is like, I either can't remember or it never happened, but yeah, it's like, it never gone to that point so far as I could remember, as far as I know. Um, but yeah, so I just want to say, I'm just making this video just to have a little laugh, um, and have a little walk down memory lane. But yeah, I'm kind of curious of what you guys think about the ending to the show. That is, if you ever seen the ending to the show at all. Oh, yeah, sorry. Also, yeah, I want to hear you guys' opinions, but I almost forgot to like talk about the ending, the actual, at least the ending that I found online. Okay, so here's how the ending went, supposedly, right? Um, so Jax was a traumatized. He had a problem, a troublesome childhood or whatever, and also they find out that they're actual digital versions of their real selves, and Jax turned into an abstract, and then he got returned back, I believe, normal again, and Kane saved himself from deletion and decided to like, create a paradise for everyone, and they all live happily ever after in their own little digital paradise. And it's like, you know, on the one hand, yeah, it is a pretty shitty ending, but on the other hand, it's kind of expected because like, and I'm not talking about that tweet from Troon's work where he basically says that, oh, if this fandom is, toxic or whatever, I'm gonna intentionally make the ending bad. Like, nah. um like he already gave the hint that, what the ending was gonna be, because he said that his inspiration for the show came from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, basically the video game version, not the book version, which, is basically more or less straight up adaptation from the book anyways. um but yeah, there was already a hint about the ending was going to be bad, but on the other hand, unintentionally and unironically, I think the ending was perfect. What do I mean by this? um so if you got oh man, here's another spoiler. So I'm about to spoil the ending to I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. So first and last warning about it. Leave while you can. You're okay. Ready? Ready? Ready. All right. So the ending to I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is that basically, um, everyone except one guy got fucking killed. So they don't have to suffer the wrath um, of a hatred filled a computer. And so the final guy got basically turned into a slug and suffers the horrible ways imaginable. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, he suffers forever. The ending of the show, I mean, like, at first glance you think, oh wow, they get to live forever and they live in this magical paradise. Like, it's a good ending. But like, upon, closer inspection, you come to realize that, fuck no, dude. That sounds like fucking hell. Yeah, it just hasn't hit them yet, Like, first off, they're not their real selves. They're digital versions of basically, clones of themselves. Um, and second, they're trapped in there forever. And third, they live forever, which I know that may sound nice at first, but it's like to be in the same place though, for the rest of your life and you cannot die. It sounds, at least to me, terrifying. And this is coming from someone who honestly, and I'm pretty sure it's more or less everyone has this fear as well, but like, even though I am scared of death, but it's just that, not gonna lie, sometimes when I imagine living forever, it's like, fuck, dude. Um, what, like, there's a lot of bad shit in the world, you know? And sometimes you're not always happy, and sometimes things aren't always good. And it's like, do I really want to live forever? Like, yeah, I get to enjoy the good times, but there are also the bad times as well. And sometimes not even the bad times, just how I put it, not okay times per se. You know, boring, like mundane. You know, just nothing happens, nothing good, nothing bad happens. So it's like sometimes you experience that as well, and it's like you got to find time to like you got to find things to fill in those time, and it's like, can you honestly do that forever? It's like, I mean, me personally, I don't think I can, I really don't think I can. And it's like, I have a feeling they feel the same way. Like I said, maybe it probably hasn't hit them yet. Maybe it won't hit them the next day or next year or next decade or fuck, maybe not even in the next century, dude, but it is gonna hit them sooner or later. And once it does, it's like, oh man, how are they gonna react? Like, can they even, you know, die? Like, I mean, I bet they can't even die. Like, because Kane saved himself from deletion. So if that's the case, then maybe death is impossible. Like, can you just, straight up pull yourself out of deletion? If that's the case, I don't know, dude. But like, it just sounds like digital hell, straight up digital hell. Um, but yeah, so like I said, depending how you look at it, maybe it was a bad ending, or maybe it's a good ending, like in a, in the same sense, like how the ending to I have no mouth and I'm gonna scream ended, where it's a bad ending, but it fits so well with the theme, so it's a good ending in that sense. But yeah, so that's basically my thoughts and opinion on the show, the fandom itself, and also the ending of the show, the supposed ending of the show. I like to hear you guys' like experience and opinions on the show, and the leak to it. And correct me if I got uh, anything like wrong about the show. But yeah, I think I pretty much got it down though. All right. So yeah, that's all I just want to say. Thank you for listening, and I hope you all have a great day today. Thank you. Bye.